you are tuned in for a while now. If you are, then you are probably familiar with the face. I'm a poet as well, and my book of poems by Barrington is also available on Amazon online, so you can check it out whenever you have the time. Right. So, can everyone hear me? Yes. Okay. We seem to be freezing here. Are we?
I am hearing you, Barrington.
Greetings, Mesmore.
One
Yes,
second.
hello. So
My
let's,
brother.
Just store.
yes, sir. We're going to start with I this evening with the Empress.
Eyes is I.
Come on, perfect love.
Perfect
Uh,
love.
So I'm going to allow you to just kind of flow, just introduce yourself to the audience, and then we'll, do our regular thing, the question and answers, and just natural vibing.
Okay. Well, my given name is Sister. My given name is Carol Parkinson, so I'm known as Sister Carol or Mama Carol. But because there's already another entertainer from long time by the name of Sister Carol, so hence
Right,
I come by the name Mesmore Farai. I
right.
am the mother of seven, and I am also a grandmother.
Hmm.
Craft has been my occupation for decades. I have also been writing and performing poetry for decades. Last year, I was a member of the Voices for Climate Change Education group and was given a certificate for my contribution in music. And I am honored to be a member of the Life Circle of Poets, and I'm optimistic about our aims and objectives.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yes, right. Right. So your voice for
Voices for Climate Change Education.
right. You want to talk about that for a bit before we go into the poetry? Just kind of,
Sure,
inform those who isn't aware of what that
sure. From my knowledge, that movement has been taking place for a number of years now, but I just happened to be a part of it last year. It is sponsored by the PANOS, a group called PANOS,
Mm-hmm.
the World Bank, and Planning Institute of Jamaica. The aim and objective is to sensitize people towards the, the, the effects of climate change and to teach people ways of mitigating. So it comprises some very prominent people like Anthony Cruz, Aaron Silk, Sister Pam Hall, Dwayne Stevenson, among others.
Okay.
So last year we had a few workshops and a few community shows where we did some very good performances, and we went to the schools as well to sensitize the children, and there was even a competition which was won by the Exchange College School in St. Anne.
Okay. Yes. Lovely. Lovely man. Sounds good. A lot of entertainers stepping up.
Yes,
Well, let me say artists. Let me not say entertainer.
yes, because there was even Calvin Scott Jr., who is
Yeah.
Cocotine's son.
Okay. Okay. I think that's a wonderful initiative, and it's good to kind of bring the awareness, to each and everyone, so we can know our role.
Yes,
You know.
definitely.
Yes. So with that, Mama, you think you would want to bless us
Yes.
with one of your piece before we move on to our other poets?
Okay, I'm going to start by this piece.
Mhm.
This piece says, protect your frequency. Keep within your sequence while protecting your frequency. Be on the defense against those whose mission is to cause offense. Hold a steady meditation while moving to a high vibration. It is a serious situation that is facing the Black nation,
Plug it down here.
diplomatically, systematically, and strategically. Physically, spiritually, and mentally. Plans are put in action to eradicate this nation. It is very imperative to keep the third eye active and to keep within your sequence while protecting your frequency. Cause cease from self-hate. It is a great contributor to our ill fate. Don't get caught in religious illusions. That was designed to create confusions. Mother Nature makes 4 seasons, and for that, she knows the reasons. She makes the day clear and bright, and the night for the owls in flight. Be careful of realities wrapped up in movies, creating real life zombies. Sumptuous and appetizing forbidden fruit, more advanced and modernized ways to recruit. So keep within your sequence while protecting your frequency. Teach the youths to write. Teach them to keep nation building in sight. Teach them to hold the focus on destroying and dismantling the locust. The ancestral blood flows within their veins. They will someday be holding the reins. Can't get under it, can't get over it, then we must find the way around it. Intellectually discerning while living and learning. Keep within your sequence while protecting your frequency. Blessed love.
Yes, I. Lovely. Lovely.
Give
Lovely.
thanks.
And by frequency, you're referring to like frequency, right?
Precisely.
Right. Because we are all, what should I say, spiritual beings. Even though in our
Precisely.
physical form, we just vibrate on different frequency. Almost like the radio station, you switch, you reach a higher, you turn it somewhere, you reach a power 106 higher. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely.
The way they are different frequencies carries different energy, just like the radio station, different sound, different distance.
Just like that.
Yeah. I like that one. I love that one. Give thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, so we're gonna roll over to choice with that one. What do you think about the frequency, brother? Our brother in choice, not hearing us. He's not frozen, is he? Uh-oh. Choice. Ice at the end. Put on what the CHO, please. Don't freeze up, brother. Uh-oh. All right, we have to return to choice in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sister Mez, I notice you're changing some piece in your foreground there. I don't know. You're muted. You're muted. Your
Muted?
mic is good. Yes.
No, I shouldn't be muted.
No, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, my sister is helping me to do that.
Good job, man. Good job. I think she changed like 3 pieces already. that's very handy. And
Thank you.
handy.
She's doing well.
That's your handiwork, right?
It is my craft.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, man. I love that you're displaying your products.
Hello.
Entrepreneurship is the best way to go within this time.
Nothing.
Thank you. Seem as if choice is ready.
He's getting ready. He's getting ready.
Okay.
Can you tell us how we can purchase some of these
Well, okay.
accessories?
Locally to purchase,
Mm.
I have locally to purchase. I have we have a WhatsApp group, so I can be contacted. And what I will do, anyone within the island, I can send the product by way of the Oxford Express.
Mhm.
Whoever collects it can pay the price for it, and then give them an account number that they can launch them.
That's for in and around Jamaica.
Right.
Okay,
Of Jamaica. I, I,
that's good.
I
All
don't
right.
know about that one yet.
Okay, so you are Mesmore Farai on
Honey,
Facebook.
try again. Like,
Pardon?
You're Mesmore Farai on Facebook,
Yes, I am.
right? And for WhatsApp, we I think we're gonna find a way to put that your Facebook information and WhatsApp information along with maybe your email. We think we should be able to do that, right? Jamaica, we should be able to put that on screen in a few program. Okay, all right. Our Virgin choice. Uh-oh, the ice is not melted at all.
I'm sure he's not making that choice.
No, not at all. Internet, I give him a fight. You know, but I'm ready, man. Instead of feet, I'm ready feet, man.
Yes.
You know, I'm
Well,
Usain Bolt
what
champion
has
here.
happened to the other poet?
Yes, man.
What has happened to the other poet as well? Nature?
We're working on Native James.
I'm here now. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yes, so Virgin.
I switched phones. I can hear you now.
Oh, you're on a cell phone.
Yes, they are much better now. I can hear you better on a different phone.
Okay. I think we have a delay, but we should be able to work with that. That's better than being frozen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm hearing you clearly now. You hearing me?
I am hearing you. We have a slight delay, but we're hearing you.
Yeah.
Right, Jamaica? We're hearing him. We're hearing him. Sister Mez. Yes? You're hearing me clearly, right, Choice?
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
All right, umbrella. So you're up. The name is Choice. I think that's a good name. I think that's a wonderful name. Birth name, Noel.
Yeah.
Is it? Noel? Rohan. Rohan Fit called Noel.
Yeah.
Okay. All
No,
right. And you are the
Rohan Fid, yeah, but Noah is a family.
Noel is there?
Yeah.
Noel is there? Pet name? Oh my.
And
All
Noah
right.
is the family name that the family called me due to my birth.
Right.
The family name is Noel. That's what they called me, Noel, because I was born on Christmas.
Okay, I was getting there. And I noticed you. Let me not delay. Since you go into that, let me just continue. December 25th in a Christian home. That must be a big deal, man. Well, it's a blessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, send this one.
Yeah.
It must be the view.
Yeah. What? It's a very big deal.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
I see you have.
But everything was for a reason, you know? Everything happened for a reason.
Yes, yes. You said Nimrod birth. Is that another name for Christ?
What's that? Nimrod?
Time of December 25th. On your bio, it says you were born December 25th.
Yeah.
At the time of Nimrod's birth. So I'm asking you, is that another name for Christ?
Oh no, no, Nimrod. The Bible, Nimrod was a headhunter.
Was that?
The pagans. This is their day of celebration, and of course, when we study history, we realize that. But Nimrod.
Wow, very interesting. Couldn't lose
Just
in there. Kind of breaking up, brother. Kind of breaking up.
I didn't hear you.
No, you were breaking up. So
Yes,
you're saying
I'm hearing you though.
You're saying pagans. That's where we lost you.
Yeah, I said with pagans. Those are pagans who acknowledge Nimrod time, but as time went on through history, changed over, and they gave that date of birth to Jesus the Christ. You know,
okay.
And a lot of us have taken it, ran with it. No one really, the majority don't question it. They just go with it.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. I'm happy you put that out there. For those who don't know and for those who want to know, as Barry G would say, and for those who think they know but don't know that they don't know. Yeah, seek.
Right.
All right. I want you to have the floor to kind of introduce yourself some more and talk some more about yourself, but because you're freezing up, I'm just trying to flow with you so we don't leave our audience, hanging in the balance. Oh my.
But there's a saying.
Okay, all right. So we are still having the ice, you know. We would want to make the choice to have our virgin on screen, right? Sure. But while he starts his thing out, let us introduce our very next virgin, Mr. James, native James. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, blessed.
Oh my. Okay. Coconut man is not there. Okay, so while they sort out
I
their
don't know, but
technical
I'm not
issues,
hearing this breaking up parts.
who is speaking now? Mr. James? All right, so native James as well as Troy seem to be having some technical issues with the whole internet connections. I hope you'll be able to sort that out in a few while we,
I
progress.
can
Yeah,
hear you.
you are hearing me, but by the
I can
time
hear you
you
though.
respond, it's a
I can
delay.
hear you.
That's choice now, right? Okay, brother. So I don't know if you want to restart the phone or check connectivity issues, refresh the connection with the internet if it's Wi-Fi you're using or data, and we would come forward with you in a minute.
I restart the phone, that's why I was there for a bit. But to restart the phone and do everything like that already.
All right. Okay.
Hmm. All right. Well, this is Mr. James talking now.
I sorry, I never did on my computer.
All right. Well, I was suggesting the restart to choice, but yeah, man.
Yeah.
Welcome, Mr. James. Mr. Native James. Not hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Would you like
Still.
to just please introduce yourself to the audience and tell us a little about yourself?
Well, typically in a born Jamaica, West Kingston, grew up in the West Kingston area. And
Yeah.
I found poetry at a young age, but I didn't follow up on it like I should. But in the lately, I started to do a lot of, jump around, get around, and get to know the places where to do my thing. And I find a lot of people that do poetry are some very great people, people with good minds and good thinking. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I hear them say a lot about people who read a lot is very educated, but I always think about the man who writes what you read. So I love doing writing because of that. I really think that people should really get in people's mind and see what other people really, because you can look upon a man and say, boy, I look just simple, but it's smart. When you get into on a piece of paper, think of him. So that's the real thing I think about myself and poetry, because a lot of people I know the poetry I didn't you can't just look at a man and say, boy, I'm a poet or I'm a writer, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I
So I see
find that
here.
I born on the 4th of December.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of December people are writers.
Okay. Careful, man. A lot of people are writers, man. Every month. But yes, man. I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
with you. Mhm. All right, so I
And
see that you
you know,
performed that this poem, Words and Agro Festival, Edna Monday School of
yeah, I've
Arts.
been to Agro Festival, Word Poem Festival, and
That's Rasta Kumra in Scotland.
Redbone Cafe. Yeah,
Mhm.
Redbone Cafe. I did a few things there.
That's
Whitebone
Charlie
Cafe.
Boss.
Went to Calabash.
Yes, in St. Elizabeth. Cool.
Yeah, this
And
poem
by the
festival.
sea.
Amaziah keep a thing. Amaziah keep a thing every year. Star time. So I
Uh-huh.
make myself available there every year, and you have a crew named Poetry Block.
Mhm.
I do a lot of work with Poetry Block on various occasions, you know.
Mhm.
But what I need to do now as a poet, I need to get some of my stuff in a book because I can't just sit down and have all my stuff in my hand right here without, you
Mhm.
know. And the poems that I do today, the stuff that I don't on the street because I do a lot of comedian poetry that make people laugh and sometimes some of them stay on the back burner and I really like to take some of them off the back burner today and share them with you guys, you know.
That is very welcome, man. Because the laughter is therapy. It's medicine, the elders would say. So it's very welcome. Hoping that you'll be able to flow or did you say? I'm not sure. Oh, but don't freeze. My. Oh my, oh my, oh my. So Mr. James, Choice you're back, but he's frozen. Sure. Ice. You give him the ice. Welcome forward, my brother.
Yeah, I'm back. Sound
Yes,
better
I.
now. I reset.
Yes, yes, I.
Yes.
All
So,
right.
so where were we?
Well, we are kind of chopping it up, you know. We have to be chopping, and flowing here and coming there because of how the connection is allowing things to work out.
Right. Okay. We're gonna
Yeah.
work with it. We're gonna work with it. This is man-made, so we master. We are gods, you know. So we're
All right. So
masters.
let's just give our audience a piece since you're up and about instead of, keeping them there
Right. All right. So
thinking.
what I'll do is, as you were asking me about my name,
Yes.
my stage name is Choice. Uh,
Hmm.
that name was given to me by someone who actually saw something in me as a young man that I actually didn't see in myself.
I like that
Um,
you revert
yeah, I had
that
a
part.
different attribute, and the gentleman said to me, he asked me why I choose to name myself with such a negative name. And I told him, well, I saw someone, a gangster on what was the show name? Once Upon a Time in America. And I liked the role that he played. It was Noodles. So I took to that name.
What's
And
the
he
name?
looked at me and he said, do
What's
you
the
know
name?
you're a chosen? He said to me that I was a chosen child of God. And I
Yes.
said,
What was the original name?
the name before that was Noodles.
Noodles, like cock soup, like boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a
All right.
it's a
Okay.
show. It was a gangster movie named Once Upon a Time in America. And there's a
Mm-hmm.
guy whose name is Noodles. He plays a character in the movie. As a
Okay.
young man, we like to identify with
Of
such
course.
names.
Of course. Definitely.
So, so he told me, just like in Jamaica, we have names like what, Levi and Cliff. What's I mean, Josie Whale and Charlie Chaplin. We always tend to get
Drink
these
it beer.
attributes that try to, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
he told me, he said to me, I'm going to change your name. From this day, your name is Choice. Now,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, at that time, there was a dog food named Top Choice. I didn't like the idea of being named after dog food. But he said, I'm going to give you that attribute so that whenever someone calls you by your name, Choice, you'll always remember that in life, you always have a choice. No matter what you do, people say they don't have a choice. Even when you say you don't have a choice, that's a choice in itself to say that. So the name kind of grew on me. And as I started writing poetry, I said, well, that's the name I'm going to take. And so I wrote this piece back then when I gathered the meaning of what choice means to me. Okay, so this is the first piece I think I'll introduce to the audience. Okay?
Go right ahead.
Everybody can hear me?
Clearly.
Okay. It states, it starts, it's your choice not to have a choice. That's the title. I have a choice, so I choose. I choose because I can. I can because I have a choice. I have a choice in how I live my life, which will define my destiny after the fact. I'm only choiceless on being black. So I choose heaven over ignorance and create Elysium, a place where Satan cannot have any real power unless I have abdicated my choice. So I choose the optimum choice, the choice that many are afraid to choose because they don't want to lose being who they are not. But if you choose to be you, then you're neither white or black. Sounds like I'm in a state of ambivalence. Well, page 322 of George Orwell's book called 1984 will tell you that double think is relevant. So be me while others just choose to see me as being black. And they claim that they have no choice in doing that, but I use my choice to voice myself poetically. This is how I often express what I'm feeling out of me. And this that you do see is translucent, transient matter, so energy flows through me. Yet I of what I will emit from, FM or low. I have to live with the choices of my actions as I go. And you'll have to live with the choices of your actions until you die. So why not fly like an eagle and be free? You see, you always have a choice. Even when you say you don't have a choice, that is a choice in itself. I used to say I didn't have a choice until I was given the name choice and was told that I am a child of God. Then I make the choice of accepting the reality of God, because no God, if God did not make to show forth its power, super intelligence, like a father and a son, therefore of making God the acronym of yes, I made that choice.
Good choice, man. Good choice.
I love the name choice that was given to me by Brother Nadir. It was back in 1993, which was the initiation stage of my being free.
Oh no. Oh no. All the best to you, Choice, from Elaine Keane. I think that's your mom right there. Greetings, mama. Blessings. Yeah, man.
Choice.
Good
That was
choice,
the
mama.
poem of my
Wonderful choice to bring this blessed soul into physical. Okay, so his issues are not quite through. My brother, you were quite fluent in terms of reading and delivery. However, there was some connectivity issues. So we kind of lost you somewhere in the middle there. We didn't get all of it, you know. We didn't get all of it, but we got the gist of what you're saying and the concept. And we really appreciate that, you know. We really appreciate that, man. And I was shouting out to your mom. I don't think you hear that either. I was shouting out to your mom. Your mom is on the comments saying good luck to you and all of that, you know what I mean? Not hear me. Oh my. All right, so Mr. James, in and out. Sister Mesmore is never freezing. She's hot. She's burning. Yeah, hot fire can't cool. Yes, I. So I think you're ready. You're still ready, right? Steady?
I am.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. All right, so we're gonna go on to another piece by our sister Mesmore Farai. Feel free to, yeah, anyone you like, anytime.
Give thanks. Give thanks. This piece is called Isla Mount Zion. You know, Rastafarians, we always have to be thinking within our cultural aspect. So this piece is called Isla Mount Zion. Isla Mount Zion, I and I are yarding. Rastafari, I and I are healing. Mr. Babylon, I and I are burning. This table, it is slowly but surely turning. This is a spiritual warfare. I and I must cut and clear, cause there's nothing for I and I down here. Reptilian forces invading I and I spaces, coming from all races and places, fakely smiling in I and I faces, claiming they're turning I desert into oasis. Isla Mount Zion, I and I yarding. Rastafari, I and I healing. Mr. Babylon, I and I burning. I and I won't sit at their table. They're Cain and one turn I and I able. Mental shackles on the youth's them mind. Yet telling them everything is fine. The youths are searching for the truth. You showing them the branch when they want to see the root. Isla Mount Zion, I and I yarding. Rastafari, I and I healing. Mr. Babylon, I and I burning. Hot.
Yes, I.
Blessed
Isla
love.
Mount Zion. Yes, I. We love the one
Isla
too.
I.
Love the one too. Yes, I.
Give thanks.
Do you have a favorite? All right, let me ask you first. What time you started writing? Like, how long ago did you start writing, and what inspired you to start writing poetry? What or who? Uh, s- hmm, Seem to have lost our sister here. It's for the first time. For the first time. I am that I am, and I will be I for as long as I know who I am. I am the man. I am the one man that is standing who will always stand. I am, I am, I am. I am your brother, your father, you, that boy in the street who went to school with no shoes on, marching on my own 2 feet. Yes, that's me, shutting in the mountains and through the valleys and on the concrete. Moving forward, no retreat. I am prince. I am king. I am the dream of the enslaved. I am Peter Revolutionary Tashing this time. My ancestor is I, and I am my ancestor. I am a mirror through which you shall see yourself. I am that child whose heart is as pure as the Nile. Highly. Yes, I. Give thanks again. Give thanks. I'm not hearing anyone. Sister Jamaica, you're here? You're on? Virgin Choice, I'm seeing you. I'm not hearing you.
Yes.
Welcome forward.
Yes, sir.
Welcome forward. So we were talking about
That
choice and the fact that every man have a right to decide his own destiny. Quotation there. Our brother Bob Marley.
uh,
Oh my.
I
We
didn't hear.
really having some issues with internet here. But can you just give us another piece since you seem to be up and running again?
I'm going to read.
No, no, no. All right, don't do that. Don't do that because it's still freezing up, and I don't want to kind of, give the audience such a, what should I say, that kind of experience that, you don't want to hear, yeah, try to hear, and it's like, now come, because I know I'm well tuned in and want to hear what you're saying, so I'm going to just allow you to try and sort that out, and while you do that, myself and Jamaica will just hold the fort till you see him come. Yes, I. Don't know if you're talking, Sister Jamaica, Miss Green, but I'm not hearing you. I don't know if you're muted.
Here I am. How about them?
Oh, so you are
You
here.
hear me now?
Loud and clear. Okay. All right, so you want to give us, take us to the river or up on the mountains? I'm not sure. Give us a piece to just keep the vibe going while our friends sort out their connectivity issues. Really now. Really now. We'd have to be telepathic to be able to hear what you're saying, to be able to connect with what you're saying. We're not hearing you. We're following the rhythm, but we're not hearing you at all.
Okay. How about now?
That's clear. That's clear.
It's a technical telepathy. All right. So this one is called Flowers in the Meadow. It is my signature piece because my work surrounds the children, has to do with the children, the growth of the children, and bringing our culture to our children. So, flowers in the meadow, oh, oh, flowers in the meadow, oh, oh, flowers in the meadow. Oh, oh, flowers in the meadow. Oh, oh, roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils. I see roses and tulips and daffodils, azaleas, chrysanthemums, and lily of the valley. Lily of the valley, lily of the valley. But somewhere out there, a child doesn't know love. Somewhere out there, a child is starving for a hug, starving for food, but not just the physical food, but also the spiritual food. Sometimes the child doesn't have the strength to act rude. They don't know that they are our sun rays, that they are our brighter days, that they should be children growing like flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. Oh, 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 flowers in the meadow. But somewhere out there, a child has been, start again, sorry. But somewhere out there, a child has been enslaved as we speak. Could have been that child that made the Nike Air Jordan sneak you wearing up on your feet. Child slavery, child abduction, they're stolen from their homeland. Sometimes they're bought and sold by their own parents' hands. They're made to work in sweatshops. They work until their sweat drops, but they are our sun rays. They are our brighter days, and they should be children growing like flowers in the meadow. Like flowers in the meadow, flowers in the meadow. Thank you. Working with the children, you know, sometimes a child doesn't hear that they're pretty or smart or intelligent. Thank you. You know? And when we do that poem, you know, especially with the drumming, the children go crazy because, you know, they can associate themselves with a flower, with a pretty flower, something that we all think is beautiful, you know? So we're going to treat the children like flowers. Thank you.
I'm not having any issues. I'm good. I'm good. I was muted. All right. And my charger is in. So we are here. Sister Jamaica, Miss Green. All right.
Yes.
I was going to ask you to kind of set the screen because I noticed there was something on the screen. I wasn't able to see Choice and Sister Mess clearly, but it's no longer there. It's no longer there. All right. So you're good now, Choice? And Sister Mess is always good.
Mic is muted. Ah, there you go. That was a beautiful piece.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Yeah, man. That's something like it, vibe, man. Yeah, man. Interact, man. Just
I love
we
that.
don't.
There's
Go ahead. Yeah, man. Go ahead, man.
I have one that complements that poem
Mhm.
from children. And it's so ironic that I hear being planted. And this poem that I have is called "Where Are the Gardeners?" Because we know children are like the seed just planted. And once the seed is planted, we need gardeners to tend to the seeds, to tend to the flowers so that it can blossom and bloom, so they get the right nutrients, it can get the water that it needs. Water is life, so that they can blossom. Okay, so this one is called "Where Are the Gardeners?" Okay? Where are the gardeners? Where are the gardeners for the children? Can't you see them? Don't you love them? Can't you hear them? Where are the gardeners? Where are the gardeners? Where are the gardeners? Because the seeds are filled with potentials. We are the children's best example. So why are the seeds scattered so carelessly? Some are placed in harsh environment that is barren of love. Some of the children cry out just for a hug, but we don't always understand. So sometimes we give them some petty cash or a toy thinking that that will bring them joy. But it's really the love and care for mother and a father that they desire. Their innocence should not be put up for hire. Their potential should not be thrown into the fire of our irresponsibility, expediency, or where are the gardeners for the children? Can't you see them? Don't you love them? Can't you hear them? Where are the gardeners? As gardeners, we are responsible for the seeds because God gave us dominion over the land and sea. He told us to be fruitful and multiply, not to be fruitful and deny, not to allow our seeds to fall wayside, not to allow the vultures to eat out the potentials of their mind, not to tell them a lie as to why mommy and daddy might be doing time doing their time, doing time, listen, doing their time. Where are the gardeners? Where are the gardeners for the children? Can't you see them? Don't you love them? Can't you hear them? If you can hear them, then let us respond to them. Let us become didactic gardeners and protect them from the weeds of anger, self-hate, love deficiency, misery, and indecency, because some of us were also seeds that were scattered carelessly. Otherwise, more than likely, you will not understand me, even though you hear me, unless you listen to me. Where are the gardeners? We're here, there, and everywhere. So let us tend to the seeds, because they are a reflection of you and me. Where are the gardeners? Are you when you see them? Don't you love them? Can't you hear them? Where are the gardeners? Where are the gardeners? Thank you.
Yes, I.
That is the garden.
Come
Where
on. I think you're one of the gardeners.
Yeah.
we are the gardeners.
Right.
We are all of us. We are responsible. You know?
We should be. We should be.
Yeah, we should be. Yeah. Because it seems like sometimes we
Go ahead.
forget that kids ourselves, you know?
Okay. With that, I think I would like to find out if our sister have one for the children as well, because I'm sure she's a
We tend to
gardener, you know,
forget that at
nurture,
times.
you know, a mother of 7 and a grandmother of 6. You know what I mean? Must be a gardener.
Bar?
Yes, I.
Oh, yes. I love to put my hand in a mama earth dirt.
Yes, I. Yes, I. So we can hear something now if you have anything close to, you know, the whole
All right.
vibe.
Okay, I'm going to come up with this one.
Mm.
With the same topic that we're on right now. Hand in a dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Come make we put your hand in a mama earth dirt. Roll up your pants and tie up your skirt. This is for your own self-worth. Food have to eat, so come we make the effort. Time for plant the potato and the corn. Time for take a stock of what really a go on. Time for have food security, or there will be no prosperity. Come make we put your hand in a mama earth dirt. Roll up your pants and tie up your skirt. This is for your own self-worth. Food have to eat, so come we make the effort. Horse can't too good to carry him on grass. Come make we find back we country our glass. Plant up some callaloo and some pepper, some pumpkin and some cucumber, and even some susumba. Cause later on we want dinner. Come make we put we hand in a mama earth dirt. Roll up your pants and tie up your skirt. This is for we own self-worth. Food have to eat, so come we make the effort. Plant up some plantain and banana, some yam and some cassava, some cocoa and some dasheen, and all the food we can put in. Pot pan the fire, it a bubble. No food for put in, what a trouble. Come make we put we hand in a mama earth dirt. Roll up your pants and tie up your skirt. This is for we own self-worth. Food have to eat, so come we make the effort. Aye.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Roll up the sleeve, them, man. Roll
Ah,
put the punch put them in the water boat, you know?
mama earth dirt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, food don't come from the supermarket.
Pardon?
I know I'm saying food doesn't come from the supermarket. It comes from the earth.
Food come from mama earth.
Yeah, man. Good reminder.
Yes, I.
Yes, sir. So you put in your hand in Mama Earth there too, Miss Green?
All the while. All the
Of course, Sister Miss, of course. As I figure you're a herbalist as well. I can say that. I should be able to say that.
from birth.
Yeah, I mean, you're Rastafari, so naturally you love the herbs. You know what I mean?
Have to love everything will come out of mama earth birth.
Yeah.
Likewise, the food, the balance, the thing, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I. Wow, the flow, man. Wow, the momentum. Go, we keep the energy going, you know. I give them 1, 2, or 3.
All right.
Now wait for a while, yeah.
Well, sister, Jamaica did mention about the children, and even Choice did something
Right.
about the children too. So this one is called The Sound of the Children's Laughter. I
Mm-hmm.
think it fits in right when we're talking about the children.
Yes, I.
Oh, what a pleasant sound, filling the air all around, melodious and sweet like a musical beat. Sweet like sweet like honey, very funny. Playing and laughing innocently, young, happy, and free, in tune with life's harmony. The sound of the children's laughter, therapeutic and refreshing, soothing and relaxing, carried by the breeze, through the rustle of the trees, pleasure-filled faces, and a mix of unique voices. Lingering someplace in my mind, you're always sure to find the sound of the children's laughter. Blessed.
Yeah, man. I can hear. It's echoing.
Beautiful.
Give
It's
thanks.
echoing. I can
Beautiful.
hear. Yeah.
Give thanks. Give thanks.
Yes, I. The
Mhm.
sound, the sound, the sound, the sound.
Yes, I.
All right. So, do you have any like a compilation? Do you have any books out or anything like that in the making? So we could just put that out there for you know.
No, no, oh no, I do not. I'm intending to get something done, but I have not yet done anything like that.
Budget. Okay. All right. Well, I love your poems though. Wonderful.
Give thanks.
Yes, I. I mean, I love. Maybe I didn't say that about my virgin. You know. Yeah, I like Choice's poems. You know, I like him. What should I say? Thought process. The way I'm think. The way I'm reasoning. Love
Touch,
that.
touchable.
Yes, I connecting far and wide.
Yes, I.
Side, side, and for who don't know, our sister Jamaica been doing poetry and working along with children for years as well. I get to realize.
Oh, her work is beautiful. Her poems
Thank
are
you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Thank you so much. I am blessed to be amongst the company of such an amazing group of poets and writers and deliverers and songstresses, you know. And I must commend Mesmore Farai for keeping the Rastafari tradition, up and going and keeping the fire burning. This is a fire empress. At. You understand?
give
And I
thanks.
just appreciate of the work that you do. I appreciate your art, your beautiful crafts, and the what you have done over the years as well. So iron sharpened iron. And we are the strength. For each other. We have to be the strength for each other, and I'm grateful. You know, very grateful. Yeah,
It's
man.
nice to know it. Nice. Yeah. Pleasure is ours. So, I mean, I could say the same thing, but I don't need to say the same thing because I already said that. So I'm just agreeing. Really.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's wonderful to be in the company of these beautiful souls, I'd say, you know. And then to me, the mission seems the same, to serve, to nurture, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, find mission,
Yeah, man.
get stuff done,
My
be
daughter
the
would say
change, be the change I want to see.
I'm sorry, your
Yes, sir.
daughter would say what, sis?
precisely.
Exactly.
Precisely, exactly. Wow, nice combination, nice combination. Yes, I.
You
Exactly
know
so.
what? Once I was on a taxi
Mm-hmm.
on Red Hills Road, right? And there were three ladies in the back of the taxi. And
Mm-hmm.
from Red Hills, the foot of Red Hills to halfway tree, the whole conversation was about the youths. and how the youths don't have, they so unruly and they don't want to listen. It's like they were blaming everything that's going on in the world right now on the youths. And I sat there and I listened. And before the taxi could reach the halfway tree, something told me I have to interject. Somebody have to be Johnny Carter, you know, for these youths. Somebody had to stand up and represent them. And I got into the conversation with the ladies. And by the time we reached the halfway tree, their whole perspective was changed. You follow me? So, you know, as poets, when things like this happen, it's the calling of the gods for you to put pen to paper and express so that we can reach. Because those 3 women are just 3 women in a taxi, but we need to let everybody, as much as we can, hear and understand that we cannot blame the youths for things that they have come into the world and seen set up already. We are responsible for that. The DJs, the poets, the politicians, the preachers, the parents, we are responsible because we set the stage for them to come in. All they do is they come in, see, and they actually follow what they see and repeat what they hear. Am I right?
Adapt, absorb, and someone make change along the way. Because I mean, these children or young ones. They are coming kind of different. You know what I mean? So to me, my observation. So they along with their influences, their environment, that helps to move them into who they will become. But as some of them have a little thing at them from early where somehow help them to decipher what's good and what's not. You know, what's meaningful, what's good, what's workable. Not necessarily good or bad, but you know what's workable, what makes sense, what's feasible right now. Can I do this? What are the consequences of me doing this? And so on. You know, our focus on making a choice.
Let me ask you a question, Fire. Tell me, when is the last time have you ever seen a group of young lions playing marbles?
When was the last time? I'm not sure if I've seen that this year. But you know, I'm a country youth, you know, I'm there in the country here mostly, you know. So but we see enough of them little thing there. We see man I go to them get even though I say, you know, you would go shoot the bird still, but we grow up and do that too. You know, so we see them with them get us for me, we can say them and say, brother, so you shoot the bird, see? I go eat him.
Yeah.
And all these things. And depending on the vibe or their age, I might ask them about, you know, show them that the bird is like, the bird have some pitney and some egg in the nest too, you see me? So you shoot him right now, you know. But anyway, I've seen, you know, young ones playing marble in recent time, but that is almost extinct. And technology is good. You know, everybody know that most things have the pros and cons, as they would say. I mean, but I think the technology is also one of the things that is separating families. You know, so we're close together, but we're far apart. You know what I mean? So we're more onto our computers, our phones, our video games. You know, no more Ludi or Dominoes or SOS. Them things there, snake and all these things. Those are no longer part of the whole family movement.
You know, I was when I took a class, an Egyptology class, right? We had a Christian guy in the class, and we spoke about technology and computers. And he said technology, like computers, is like those are devil's tools. Those are worldly devil tools. So we said, yeah, the instructor drew a hammer on the board, right? And he said to us in the class, he made 2 columns. He said, I want you to tell me all the things that the hammer could be used for. And we all spill out, you know, whatever we had, build a house, hit somebody in the head, whatever, remove a nail. And at the end of the class, he said, so is the hammer responsible for all the things you say, or the person who operates the hammer? Right? So as you said, technology is the mindset behind the keyboards. It's the interest. It's your history. It's a thing that I call your cultural equation. Your history times culture equals your lifestyle. Lifestyle times behavior. So this is an equation.
I'm sorry, can you
Right?
repeat that,
So,
please? Excuse me, Joyce, can you repeat that history? What?
the
History
culture
time, what?
equation,
Say it again, please.
history
Mm-hmm.
times culture equals lifestyle. Lifestyle times behavior. History times culture equals value. Value times lifestyle equals your behavior. Got it?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
All right, got it. Thank you.
All right. So from the ladies, huh?
Right.
From
So you're
from
saying
I
it's a
call this
tool.
poem. I can't hear you.
No, I'm saying you're saying technology is actually a tool, and it really is going to be left up to what your
I,
interests and your influences are, where your focus is also.
Jamaica.
I'm sorry, say it again, please. Can you repeat it, please? That's Barrington. I did not hear you clearly.
Go ahead.
Oh, it wasn't me that was talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the
Choice,
question?
Choice was saying something to you, but I don't know. He kind of froze up.
Can you
Your
repeat
back,
it, please?
your back, Choice.
Hear me?
He's back on the ice.
So how about a piece from you, Russ Barrington?
Peace
That
from
would be
me.
good. That would be
Yes.
good.
That's not nice, Jamaica.
You're on the spot.
Well, all right. Well, let me not think too hard. Let me just jump into something. You get up, stand up, and fight for your rights. You get up, stand up, and fight. The battle is at hand. You get up, stand up, and fight. Another victory is won. You be motivated to be humble, yet courageous enough to lead the nation. You love life and live life so that life appreciates you living. You always receiving and giving thanks. Now be like the roots. There's greater joy in the giving. So, yeah, man, you, me, she, him, all the way. Yeah, man. I want short one, still, because you just flip by myself and you just bring you out the back.
Good still. Very good. Very good.
Yes, I. If that's. Mhm.
Yes, Mr. Host.
Okay, all right. So let me see what is happening here. Choice, you're back. Say what?
Seems as if he's frozen.
What am I saying?
Flow now, flow.
What am I
Sorry.
saying? Say I could run. I know already know. But in high intention. I have no intention of running without any but. I'm sure you know I had and still have all intentions to be free. So you never know. You don't know though. So I now run and I say full free. No. I just
No.
want to get the message and you understand. Son. So me no born free. Do I not receive blessings and guidance from the Almighty every day? And ancestral guidance every night? What you say? Say me not free? What you say? No answer that. How are you? No answer that neither. Who care? If you don't count I as I don't business of who you want to be. You gonna know yourself or who you be. I know I. Yeah? I free. Yeah, I'll give thanks for that. Mhm. Yeah, all right, no one saying anything.
I
We're
said
flowing now. We're flowing.
Hey.
my mic was muted. I said beautiful.
Okay, well, yes, give thanks. Give thanks, man. Give thanks for the inspiration that comes from far and wide sometimes. Give thanks for the players of instruments. Give thanks for the good musicians out there putting positive word sound and rhythms, you know, putting lessons, and rhythms. Because music is teaching a lot of us. Music speak to most of us.
True.
You know what I mean? And for all the poets that are writing out there, I just kind of implore and encourage you to find a way to get your work or your creativity out there because someone needs to hear your word. Someone is going to be inspired by your own thoughts. Because yeah, we all interconnected, and
Yeah.
people go through similar things same time.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, put love in the meditation and go and do the work. Go and serve. You know, find the mission and stay on the mission. See, and with that thought, I'm talking about music. Do you have like a favorite song, Sister Miss? You have a favorite song or artist?
No, I don't. I really appreciate all of them for what they bring to the table, the positive
Okay.
and cultural
Automatic.
ones.
Okay.
I love that. Great answer.
How about yourself? Any favorite song, Miss Green?
Well, I have so many, like Mesmore said, but I must say Karen Wheeler, who did Soul to Soul Back to Life, is one of my favorite artists. Her album Sweet Jamaica, brought me through one of the worst times in my life, and so I appreciate that album. I appreciate her music, but I'm also like Mesmore, a music lover. We share music. And we share some weird music where people that say, what? Black people and Rasta people not listen to that. Yeah, man, music when music hits you, you
You know,
feel no pain, but you
See?
also feel, a wider perspective, when you open up. Like I actually full joy living in Jamaica, growing up in Jamaica at the stage where music was because we had maybe like a couple of radio stations just to date myself at Mesmore. So we had a couple of radio stations and that radio station played jazz. It played, you know, some reggae, not too much dancehall, but at an array of, disco and, you know, R&B and souls and stuff. So we were really opened up country music, to a very vast, world of music compared to now where, the radio stations are basically, you know, kind of structured a certain way. So yeah, man, music is my tool, for healing and feeling good, coming out of any dark space. Music.
yeah,
Um,
that is why.
All right, thanks.
Sorry,
Thanks.
sorry to cut you. That is why I have my little motto is that I do not have reggae myelitis. I have music myelitis.
See that?
brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
good. That's good. And
mu- music is a universal thing,
It is.
Me leaving Jamaica at a young age, uh, grew up on reggae, hip hop. You asked about special music in reggae. One of my artists that I like, reason being I listen keenly to what he says, two of them, I Wayne and Capleton. When it
Yeah.
comes to hip hop, Nas. That's what I call educators, not just entertainers, but educators. Nas and Capleton been speaking about Capleton spoke about even COVID-19 without calling it COVID-19 back in the days. He spoke about microchip. He spoke about it's going to be a time when every tub of a sit upon them own bottom. He made that, I remember, I think it was in the 80s. Capleton been talking about the system, what's coming in, the food poisoning and everything. And now look at it, 2020. In my job, I'm a med rep. I ask a lot of persons, when I go to the doctor offices, the clinics, and the hospital to deal with them about different type of things that we have, new products. I very rarely, and I use my words keenly, I very rarely, matter of fact, I don't remember seeing one, a Rasta man or woman in the pharmacy taking medication. I didn't say a person who got their hair twisted. A conscious Rasta man or woman who's living by the laws. I do not see them paying $10,000 a week for medication. I don't see them. And so what does that say? Rastas don't get sick? Or what are they doing why they don't visit these places that often? It's the natural herbs and spices. They deal with the stuff before it goes to a processing. Because these pharmaceutical companies, they're all in cohorts with the doctors and hospitals because they're about the money. Business. They don't really care about your health. So when it comes to, when I listen to Nas, I think every child should listen to Nas' record that says, I Know I Can. Yes. That should be a nursery rhyme for every baby, black, white, green, but especially our children who are under the pressure the most. The record that he has that says, Now I Can, they need to hear that. Everybody know the record, correct?
Everybody know what?
Come here.
Nas record, I Know I Can. Do you know it?
Be what I want to be. If I work hard in it, yeah.
I know it.
Yes,
That's a very deep, I mean, the man broke it down before we even started using money. The man goes all the way back to Egypt. He didn't stick in the about just the African going through slavery. He went beyond when we were rulers to teach, to let the babies know how it used to be. Before they started dealing with currency and all of that. So it is he's a very well-known artist. And if you notice in life that most artists who make music with substance, they have to actually believe in what they're saying and doing in order to be successful, because they go through much more attack and all type of struggle for their music to reach a certain place of recognition. Nas, when you look at Bob Marley, his own people, he's trying to help. They shoot him. When you look at all these men who believe in still stuck to the guns, they didn't sway, they in it. Because right persons who say that, but for the right money, they make a dub plate, call women all kind of derogatory names and black men dogs and all that. I went much, but there's a reason why we don't hear about it much.
We say, I win. I win.
Things that the entertainment industry would like him to bow down.
I win, right?
I
think he's talking about I win. Kind of get freeze up, but I'm sure he's talking about I win.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Yes.
Trample the beast. Love to see people living in love. Lava ground. You know what I mean? Book of life.
Book of life.
Life teachings all around.
I love him.
Yeah, man. General, man.
Yes.
Real general. And it's not, I don't even have to think twice, like I need to pick up somebody from beginning of highway. And I don't have to do that. You know what I mean? But
he has to be among them.
Exactly. Precisely.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, so give thanks. I notice, our brother mentioned Amaziah, the great. That's Native James. Are we still trying to get Native James? Jamaica, please work on that. So we
I,
can,
I did reach out to him to see he can rejoin the broadcast.
yeah,
So I'm
man.
waiting to hear from
Or
him.
you can even connect with him like directly and find out, what is happening. If there's a way you can do that with him.
Okay. Okay, so I'll mute my mic while you all give us some more poetry. Oh, he's trying. Here he is.
That's very kind of him. So
Greetings, native. We're seeing you.
What's going on? Son, come back
Yes,
Yes,
now.
yes. Give thanks. We've been
I'm
waiting.
coming back.
So
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I missed out on what was going on because sometimes like things but give me botheration. I'm a kind of person that you understand me. Um, I love my 52 poems now. Is that
Yes,
fine with
please.
you?
Yeah.
Yes, please. We've been waiting.
All right.
All
So,
right. Watch the dance of the African feet. Listen to the drums of the African.
I think I want to go on a
You hear
different
me?
note.
Watch the dance of the African feet.
Um, let's speak.
Listen to the drums of the African beat. The origin of all entertainment, laughter, fun, and excitement. A circle around the fire with songs that the heart desire. Swahili, Mandingo, Ashanti become one tribe of African pride. Dance with spiritual levitation and drums with individual formation. A chant wail through the sky while in the wind it multiply. A Kwanzaa night, a celebration of the light. The African feet dance all night. Native.
yeah, it's a coconut man.
Yeah.
See it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
because
comes from the coconut.
we never get to talk about the name in our virgin.
Yeah, well, I do jewelry, I do some coconut jewelry, and I get the name from the best coconut in Jamaica is native.
See it, original.
The thickest shelf and I get the most aisle, so that,
Some little ones up.
yeah, them long.
Yeah,
Them come in
yeah.
a good size too, but at the best coconut you can get for make rundown or rice and peas or anything you want to cook. At the best coconut.
It's kind of shape like my head.
Um,
Like, yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
man.
shaped like my head.
Yeah, man. I feel it too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Um, a lot
So
of
the name
poems I
come
do is
from,
not. I do a lot of comedy poems,
all right.
but today I'm not. I'm not in the comedy mood today.
Come on, see if you can find it, man. See if you can find it. The comedy hat over there, sunshine and put on, man. I make a
I'm gonna
bit.
get one comedy, one comedy.
Yes, sir.
Hungry make me not fat no more. Poverty coming like gunman come kick off my door. Everywhere me go, this dog a follow me. Neither me nor him no have nobody. Move, dog, and don't get me upset. Me don't even have picnic, much less pet. You notice how decent people are look for me through this maga dog a follow me? Dog, you are sure ribs and me are sure jawbone. I couldn't hear one fella go home. If me give you 3 meals a day, you only have 3 days a meal. I'm not fat no dog for my chicken back and turn car meal. Dog, go and follow me. See, you start look like good. I might just take the knife and bust your throat. Native.
Eh-eh. Oh no, poor doggy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't kill a dog. Don't kill a
Don't
You
do
want
dog.
it.
a dog piece? We can get a dog piece.
Yes,
Go
please,
on,
please, please.
go on, man.
That's how I look,
So,
dog plate piece, dog piece.
mhm.
All right, this one called incursion. What a boom boom clap them clap in the dark. Me say 2 wheelbarrow with the dead man cops. Bam, bam, bam. 2 life on them good. One of them was my son. He never take up no knife, never walk with a gun. He never left the Bible because God so come. It was the incursion. Police are wear masks, soldier wear masks, and everybody gun start kick off. Marrow start fly, blood start run. Me see a whole lady grab her belly and go down. She said them just kill me one grandson. And what a boom boom clap, them a clapping at the dark. Me say 2 wheelbarrow with the dead man corpse. Bam bam bam, 2 life on the ground on them good. Me see body pan top of body. Me see blood run pan top of blood. Me see the brain jump out of one man head and a dog grab it and run. what is in a one? What a boom boom clap in the dark. I said 2 wheelbarrow with the dead man corpse. Bam, 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 2 life on the ground. Western Kingston people life just can't native.
I tell you. I tell you, me, I tell you, me, I tell you.
Native.
Hey, that one is harder than coconut.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Why
Yeah.
coconut so? Hey,
um,
I don't feel so bad when
now
they call
what?
me Coke in America no more. Listening to that poem.
I don't know if my poetry and everybody poetry different,
Mm-hmm.
but my thing come off of vibes. What I
Side.
feel at the moment. Remember time I can just pick up the phone, free flow and bust a poem in a one. And then sometimes I have a poem in a week for write.
Yeah, man.
But it's all the game and I love it.
Side. Side.
You know?
Poetry is a wonderful thing, man. It's a
And that's
wonderful
poetry me
thing.
I say still, The poem give
Wonderful
them
way to
this
express
one called
yourself,
Mama Never
man.
Cry.
Ready again, all right, man?
Find the thin blue line between fear and bravery. She didn't cry. When the tip of the whip break her skin, she stand up at sun skin. The battle of freedom she tried to win. Mama, she didn't cry. She carried on. She prayed for the sake of redemption day. Mama never cry. Nothing to eat, and the noise from her belly keep her from sleep. Still in the morning, there's a hard day work ahead before she can quench her thirst and have a slice of bread. She didn't die. Mama never cry. Mama plant her feet and become a foundation. Tighten her fist and shout power to the black nation. She came a long way since yesterday. Mama never cry. Native.
Mm-hmm. Strong man, them strong man. Sometimes them cry to you, them just to make you see it. Because them want you
I
to stay
too.
firm, you know?
I too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
For
Give
real.
thanks,
Yeah.
Give thanks.
Couple of questions.
Like I said, I once heard that when you read a lot, but I think about the man that write what you read. The man
Mm-hmm.
that write what you read.
Yes, man. Marcus Garvey.
You know?
Yeah.
Should I
Yes.
say?
Oh my, you kind of freezing up again, my general. We don't want that going, you know. So, quick question. As a West Kingston man, uh, you mentioned, he's not there. You mentioned a poem. You mentioned, the whole West Kingston vibe. I think that was in 2010 with the Tivoli incursion, as it's called. You know, wanted to connect with him and let him just reason a little bit about his experience. You know what I mean? And whether or not what he was speaking of was his true experience as mixed with fiction and all. So James, coconut man.
Are we there?
Yeah man, we are here now. So we are asked the poem about West Kingston. Is that like your personal experience or you looking at the whole situation and just putting something together?
Huh?
Your poem about West Kingston. Yeah. Bam bam. That's something there. We are asked if it's like your personal experience or is it like you just looked at the whole situation and put
Can't
something
hear
together.
you.
You're hearing me, Sister Miss? Okay. And you're hearing me, Miss Green? Okay, I'm not sure what is happening with your speaker, Mr. Coconut Man, Mr. James, Mr. Native.
It's just a connection. It's just a connection. There's a delay.
Right.
I mean, if you continue to talk, we can hear you. It's a little choppy, but it's just a delay. It's not the
Me?
speaker. No, it's his connection. It's a
Okay.
connection.
Okay. So, Mr. Native, I was asking you
Y'all can hear me?
Can it?
about your poem that you were speaking about, West Kingston. I'm asking if it's like your personal experience or it's just something you put together based on what took place. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little bit. All right, not working. All right, I think we got a few pieces from Native James, and we love that. We really like that he could come in and share a few pieces, even though we're like hour and a half in the whole proceedings. But I'm glad that he got to come in and share some nice pieces. Because if I go to the place now, yeah man, he come bring our energy. I will love that. So while him sorry
Yeah,
about the connection issues, yeah, yeah man, yeah come
was
through, you know, come
working,
through slow
you know,
motion.
Yeah.
guys, but I'm not hearing you so well.
Yeah, I think it's your connection, you know. I think it's your phone. I think it's your phone. I don't know if you change position, if you change where you are holding the phone or what,
I'm
but
going to sit right next to the Wi-Fi.
mhm. You want to you hear me good now? Good, good.
The router.
All right. You want to disconnect and reconnect?
Tell him to reset the router.
Yeah. See if you can disconnect and
To
give a
reset
reset
the
or reconnect,
router.
and then we will get forward to the eye.
I beg your pardon?
Asking you to reset,
Nah,
disconnect,
hear
and
them
reset
now.
and come forward. Nah, hear me.
Nah, hear you.
Miss Green, can you communicate with him through WhatsApp or
Yeah, that's the best time to reset the router
yeah? But if I'm not here, I
and
see
reconnect it back.
you're saying it, I'm saying it. He's not hearing, so it's the same thing. So if our sister Jamaica could just reach out to him on WhatsApp and all right, while we just continue to flow until he's back in. We seem to be hearing you clearly. No choice. Not really. Sister Maisie, you're on fire always. Been waiting.
Always.
All right, all right. Give us a breather now. Give us another one.
Okay.
Hmm.
This one is called Stop Talking. Tell your story and shine your African glory. Tell your story and shine your African glory. They say I should stop talking. But how can I stop talking when my mind never stops walking? My mind walks along hills and valleys. It walks along rocks and mountains, through and through the alleys, even stopping at the fountains. My mind refuses to stop walking. So how can I stop talking? My mind walks through time and space, down the track to Mass Caleb's place, to the pain and hurt on Miss Mattie's face. My mind walks through the pages of my story, discarding the lines of his story. So how can I stop talking when my mind never stops walking? My mind walks the distant seas, reckoning with a strange yet familiar breeze. My mind walks to distant springs and around the purple flowers growing in rings. My mind walks in leaps and bounds, as if commanded to make the rounds. It walks through the hulls of the ships, and can even hear the crack of the whips. My mind walks to the shipping port, where all kinds of sad images comes forth. My mind walked back to the August one, when there was so-called emancipation. My mind walks willy-nilly, which to you might sound silly. But can you tell me how to stop my mind from walking so I can stop talking? Blessed.
Yes, I. The only thing is,
Ah.
I can tell you how to stop
Very.
your mind from walking, you know. And in fact, I don't want you to stop talking.
Precisely or exactly.
Yes, I want to hear. I want to hear, you know. The other creativity needs to come out. You know,
Give
put a smile on someone else's face and invoke or what's the word? That's the right word here. Insight. Certain type of thinking, you know.
give thanks.
Same so mama. Same so. So it seems like it's the eye and the eye at the moment. Choice, leave off the O, the CHO of her name. Again, jump up on the eyes. Free up soon, my brother. Jamaica seem to be reaching out to, excuse me, Native James. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna do a quick one
Okay.
while they
Choices.
set up side.
Mhm.
So I know it's not my day, it's your day. So I'm trying not to do too many poems, but I just want to keep the flow going, you know what I mean?
Shoot out, man.
Shoot, mama. Okay, word song. This one is called When. And goes like this. When? When? Eh? When? When I ever celebrate? Eh? When me ever stand up like someone worthy to emulate? Eh? When? When? Eh? When you ever rise up, read some Marcus Garvey, some selected speech of him, and get wise up? Eh? When you ever create a plan or the plan to facilitate the boy becoming a man? Hmm? When? When will you stand for something? Yeah, really stand as a king. Stand up firm like that ebony or oak tree. Cannot be bound down by glass or a simple saw. Won't just fall for anything and everything. Hmm? When? When will it be my time to shine?
Hmm. Good
Good time
question.
to shine.
Good
Hmm?
question.
Now is the time. You are already shining. Now is the time to direct your light. Now is the time to manifest your. Now is the time to direct your light. Now is the time to maximize your potential and realize. Bring into manifestation the best you as you make the best of your life. Now is the time. If not now, when? And that one is for all of the ones sitting in limbo, you know. Not
Touch
just
every.
for it's not just for me, you know, it's my way of expressing and you know my therapy, but it's also for you who is hearing and can connect with what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Know that the time is now. You know, rise to the occasion, be strong within yourself, firm. You know what I mean?
Touch
Mission
every.
complete. Yes, I.
Very much. Very much. Just to let you know, very good poetry. Thank you, Barrington. You know, when the time is now, it is our time to shine. There is no question about it. Just want to inform everyone that Native James is on the phone with us. because he wants to be a part of the conversation, and unfortunately, he's having some issues with connecting. So hopefully, we can hear him on the phone.
Let's try
Native,
that.
native,
Yeah.
can you hear him?
Yeah. Yeah.
And bye.
It's bad. Okay, native. There, everyone is in agreement that it's pretty bad. Hold on, I'm gonna
Talk,
mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic.
talk again. Say something again, Mr. Native.
Talk again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, his word is clear, but it seems like there's something in the background. I don't know if it's the line. If I don't know if you want to hang up and call him up, but this will work. It can work.
Okay.
It can work. Let us mute up. One more time.
You said my words are clear?
Yes, man. We are going.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Welcome forward.
Yes, so yeah, man, native is a what I call it, a real ghetto youth, and I'm going to the ghetto, and I see things the way I see it, it's right the way I write it, and things are just so at ease when I write. When I write, it's like I let out some stress. So not stress, me just put on paper and pen. I'm gonna let out stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm looking for something that I have this poem called Peace. Yeah. And I really wrote this. I wrote this poem and I sent it to the newspaper in England when I was in England. They did publish it in the newspaper. And it says, why squeeze the trigger and have your bomb release in the east when you cry peace? The price of a bomb can feed 1 million, and you killing people who died from starvation. The F-16, the B-52, you shake and grab from your bingo bag. Is it a game to play like slavery day? And the Jews' lives that you wipe away? Say, Hitler was not God, and he was not bad. He just wanted to rule the world just like you, lad. The fulfillment of prophecy and the constitute of history. No more will you receive from society. When the tears of hungry children wash your feet, and the blood of the innocent cover your street. What kind of medication you take at night to sleep? And when you awake, you don't even shake from the life you have at stake. We have never been together since the biblical days. There will always be a man with the heart of Cain who cried peace in God's name. Native.
Yeah.
It was published in England, I think it was 1999.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Long time you're writing, man.
Yeah.
Been writing for a while.
I mean, I'm a part of the recent poetry that I'm you want to hear some of the recent poem that we made,
Give me something else, man.
Alright, my pig, my black, my gold, with pearl white teeth and curl black hair. No one care. The struggle uphill all my life, with 10 little picnic and no wife. When ends meet, it barely touch, and when food cook, it never enough. My life's so hard, my shoes have card, my pants have patch, and not one match. Money's a thing I just can't keep. I turn vegetarian because of the price of meat. Monday morning school I keep, and the youth them have to try it bare feet. When them come home, I better cook, because I hear for my face them a look. Night time come and a time for bed. Everybody have to sleep tail and head. Me have to hold the floor right next to the door. Show me big black and hardcore. Native.
Native.
Have some
Nice.
solid piece. Virgin have some solid piece. Some of them
man.
sharp, them hot. Yeah, man, a kick.
Concise.
Oh my, don't tell me Choice is not here. Because I want to get something more from Choice,
He's seen but not heard.
Yeah.
Like we hear.
Choice, if you are hearing us, we are not hearing you. You're a picture right now. Oh my. All right, so
He's
maybe
trying to call in. He's trying to call back in. So give us a moment, please. Not
right.
hearing.
Send me here. Send me here. I'm
May
back.
see you, sir. You that.
I'm back.
Yeah. Me, man. Welcome forward, man.
Yeah, well, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
All right, since the connection
Yeah.
is good now, let's just keep it going, you know?
All right. I'm going to give you a piece. All right. 1 second. I'm going to give you a piece now. All right. This is called I Was Here and There. All right. 1 second.
Yeah, man, take your time. Get it together.
All right. Turn that off. Take it off. I partake in the beginning of the end that doesn't exist. Because what you call the end, I call the beginning that's not limited. I was here before the pyramids, looking through a different pair of eyes, occupying a different body. So this body that you see is also temporary. I was here moving through the cosmos, knowing my purpose, traveling through a frontier that has no finality, entering to vehicles of mortality, recording all activity before moving on to the next bio-entity, adding on, striking like lightning, rolling like a thunder, shake like an earthquake when I partake with the opposite energy, crystallizing another mortal entity. The conglomeration of data and chromosomes. I was here before Roma, sat on Isis' throne and laid my head on her breast and felt her comfortness. Her serpentine fire energized us into oneness, and I entered into heaven through a divine life fortress. Yes, I was there. I was here during the matriarchal dynasty. That is the time back in time when women used to rule their own dynasty. So how can I blame Adam's transgression on the original essence of beauty? This is what you induced me through your male-dominant society. I was here before the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Osiris, Iris, and Horus was the host. I was here before the dark ages and the pages, the Bible, Quran, and Torah. I am the untangible, recyclable formula. I was here when dynasties fell. I was here when we entered into hell, and I watched bodies swell as they went into the state of rigor mortis, and the air filled my nostrils with the stench of feces. Yes, I was there. My mortal figuration was not there, but I was still there as I'm now here. So now I know that after Adon, do my journey back to the celestial atmosphere. Yes, I was here and there.
Seeing.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, man, we are hearing you to James now. Man, know what going on in the whole vibration now. We love that. Yeah, that was excellent. We love that. We love that type of thinking there, you know? Yes,
Thank you,
I.
brethren.
So, yeah, go ahead.
There is one, I think, that about Jamaica that I wrote a while back when there was an incident on the radio where a television where a young girl got raped. And when I heard the news, it just, and then I heard how, what they call those people, the humanitarians, how they try to defend certain activities, you know, but I guess I don't think they fully understand what it means to be a human or a humanitarian. They don't really understand the concept, you know, because you cannot understand the concept and yet still you allow what's going on into the country to go unjustified. We know people can change. Some people can change. Some won't. Some will go to back to their maker in their condition. However, human beings need to have penalties for their misbehavior because we're not like the animals. Animals are programmed by God to do exactly what they're supposed to do. A lion will only eat you when he's hungry, or if you come and mess with him in his domain, he'll hurt you, but he's not greedy. We have the will and desire, but we have no control. So we do it as we want to do. And because of that, human beings need to have guidelines. So this is called No Justice, Just Us. Welcome to Jamrock. Okay? Jamaica is a beautiful island surrounded by water, providing us with some of the best beaches that nature could ever offer. And you know, you can never really go hungry for food in Jamaica Because every month there's the bearing of another fruit, but the killing of the youths will make you hungry for a truce. So I asked Bruce, and now I ask Mr. Wholeness, why does it seem that the so-called humanitarians have so much power when you, the politicians, should be setting the agenda for law and order? You ask us to vote PMP or JLP, but which one will implement stiffer penalties for those who break the law, whether you're in a shirt and tie or none at all? And if the penalties are going to be stiffer, then the communities must be funded better so that those who live in the so-called garrisons can see a better future. If not, we might as well vote for each other, because if there's no justice, well, it's just us. Welcome to Jamrock. I mean, where's the justice for the mourning mother and father, the sister and the daughter who was violated to the core of her nature, while she shouted and pleaded with him to stop, 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 but he kept on shoving and shoving and shoving and shoving his, I guess in his mind, a dagger in that. So where's the justice for that? No justice, just us. Welcome to Jamrock. Where's the justice for the orphan who became an orphan because of the animal in man that supersedes his intelligence? And where's the justice for the man who acts like a man yet loses his whole family to Smith and Wesson and his whole clan? I mean, why should we give a damn if an evil and expedient man or woman gets hanged? And I'm not saying that we should not be forgiven and show compassion, but why show compassion for someone who has become less than human without God's permission, that is? Is that, what, 1 second. Sorry. Well, I lost one of my pages, I'm sorry. Okay, is that, 1 second. I'm so sorry, my audience. I lost one of my papers. I am sorry.
Yeah, man.
This is one of my
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, here it is. I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Right. No problem, man.
So
Yo, we're family.
the penalties got
Native
stiffer,
is
right?
saying that we're family, you know? We're here to support each other. It's all right. It's all love.
Right. So
We're just sharing love.
That we should not be forgiven and show compassion. But why show compassion for someone who has become less than human without God's permission, that is? Someone who only sees life from behind the barrel of a gun and believes that whatever is in front, bam, 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 doesn't belong. So they take a life without thinking. It's like they have become animal mannequins with eyes wide shut to the future of the children. I mean, here it is. We have over 2 people living in Jamaica, and every year check with the money from parents burying their young. But we, beautiful island, so it's a justice for those who take a life. Like 9. And even back then, were so-called crucified next to him. So I can bet that that society had less rapings and killings because a man had to think twice. So can justice now? Oh boy, I got this all mixed up. 1 second, where's this bit?
Okay, so while he puts his
So I'll
thing
just end
together,
it right here at the part where it says, hello?
yes, go ahead.
Are you guys still hearing me?
Clearly. Oh my. He went? He went. Oh my, oh my. To be continued. To be continued. Very, very, very interesting poems from Choice. All right, so we're kind of winding up now. So I'm gonna do like a round. So we're going to Sister Mez because she's been waiting for a while. That we're gonna come forward to Native. and then if we can reconnect with Choice, and we just close out because we're kind of winding up now. And while we do that, you can think about like if there's a message you want to leave, if there's something that we didn't talk about and you want to say, or if there's any like a message you want to leave with the audience before we go. We're winding up now. All right. So we go into Sister Miss. You're with me? Hearing me? Muted. Sister Jamaica, can you unmute her? All right. Did you mute her?
How come it didn't get shut down?
Oh my.
Hello?
And heaven high.
We have Native.
Hello?
We have Native here on the phone, and Sister Mesmore just got disconnected. So I'm waiting for her to come back on so we can put her back on the screen. But Native is here and Choice is here as well.
Because I was saying that we're winding up.
Yes.
We're winding up, so you can just think about like your closing comments, any message that you want to leave with the people, and if there's anything that we didn't talk about and you want to mention that, and your final piece. All right.
I know something that.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Right. Yeah, man, we're coming forward to you. We're with Native James now.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Well, stabilize the thing.
Native, is your turn.
Okay. This one called The Prayer of a Poet. Oh, Father, take away my pain as the sun take away the rain. Bring a brand new day in my life again. Let my tomorrow wipe away my yesterday. I wish to forgive and forget those who make me upset. Reduce my anger to the size of a mustard seed and turn it into faith. That's all I need. Plant my love in the forest as you plant the trees, so it can grow and drop its seeds. Just as the river finds its way to the sea, I'll find my way to the Father on bending knees. Native.
Yes, sir. The man with short keys them.
As I walk through this world once, as others do, I do the good things God want me to. I may not have the chance to do it again. It wouldn't be my doing if I ask a friend. So if there is something good you should do, do it before your life is through. Do unto others as you wish to be done unto you, as I walk through this world once with you. Native.
Yeah, I think I can take one more from Native.
You want one more?
Yeah.
All right. Time get too hard in a serious time. Corruption in high places gone over time. Dons a fight crime and police take it up full time. Them a do the bank robbery and a pull the drive by. The preacher who not follow gone blind. Man take back seat in a church and let woman to pray full time. We picking them coming like crab in a barrel. Out of poverty them a try to climb. No money that they feel live in a good lifestyle. No money that they feel live a good lifestyle. See, we can't bother them live on the poor. No money that they feel live a good lifestyle. Big woman stop off picnic and let young girl to take it up full time. We use the energy to make my crack a smile. Time just get too hard in a serious time. Native.
Some serious things that to think about. Very serious things to think about. I love your points, man. I was asking for closing comments or anything any message that you want to leave with the people before you go. But wow, what a nice way to go out. Or close the program with the word, sound, and message.
I'm not much of a speaker because my message in my poetry and right now the way I said the life I go on with things and people are going. I hear Muta say one day say every man must own one little piece of land. Because it said the shut down the crowd it made me understand say you have to go start grow where you eat and eat where you grow. Because we can't depend on food that come from overseas. Yes. I remember saying we in Jamaica, So we can't really depend on other countries to feed us. We can't feed ourselves. I'm gonna let that message go out so everybody must start have a garden in them yard. That's my message. Feed yourself.
Yes, I give thanks for that.
Yeah.
Give thanks for that.
My message is
It's choice.
and woman.
From the top again.
Know thyself, study thy weakness,
Okay.
love the blessings of thy strength.
That's what I was hoping would happen. Wow. Brother, we didn't get your message. Brother Choice, we didn't get your message at all. I say that we didn't get your message. We didn't hear you. We didn't hear you.
Huh?
We did not hear your message. Okay, so let's move forward to our matriarch. Let's move forward to our matriarch, Sister Mesmore. Your closing
Okay,
point.
Barrington, I don't know why I'm hearing an echo back. I don't know what's going on.
Are you hearing it from me?
Anyway.
Are you hearing echo from me?
I'm being...
Is echo coming from
Yes, but yes, it's coming from your mic.
I'm just gonna mute and you go ahead and say your closing poem and message.
Okay, I just had one piece of poetry for my message. Could I do it?
Sure, go ahead. All right.
Okay, this piece is called Yearning for Liberation. Temptation, frustration, desolation. What a situation. Segregation, degradation, persecution. What a tribulation. Every day another cruel invention. To captivate I is their intention. Showing I some false direction, which cause all kinds of destruction. That's the way the system functions. From the days of the plantation, I and I have proven as the strongest nation. Standing firm on iration, moving forward for liberation from generation to generation. What a sweet sensation, a delightful realization. Be sure to make preparation to reap the fruit of your salvation. Time for an end to this ground oppression. Time for total emancipation. Time for reparation and repatriation. Through Jah guidance and protection, we'll trample these walls of deception. We'll sing songs of redemption, and we'll burn this system of corruption. This destruction is the only solution, whereby we must gain satisfaction, obtainable only through unification. Rastafari.
Give thanks. Give thanks. Lovely message. Lovely
Blessed.
message.
Give thanks.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
Blessed.
Yearning for liberation.
Aye.
Yeah, man. We have fight feet. We have fight feet. We have move towards it. We have live in it. Give thanks, Mesmore.
Yes.
Yes,
Give
sir,
thanks.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Are we able to get something in from Choice? A closing word,
Yes.
brother.
I don't know. I think his mic is muted. I didn't mute it. There it is. Here we go.
Am I the only one getting an echo?
Maybe it's from me. Hold on, let me check.
I'm not getting an echo.
Before I said the other line. Right, this sounds better now.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna roll it over to you, Sister Jamaica, Miss Green. I was hoping to get a final piece from our brother Choice, because you know I don't think I necessarily need to do another one, as I said before, because it's not my, I'm not a poet. I'm the show. I'm supposed to host, so I don't think I like doing another one right now. I would just like to hear another one from Choice and you, Sarah Jamaica, as we close out. But give thanks for everyone that tuned in. Much love, much respect, and big respect to Melanin, Sister Kimberly, Antonia, all of the live circle poets, everyone playing a role to keep this going, and the audience, everyone that's out there in the audience, Sister Barbara Blake McKen, Sister Barbara Blake Hannah, say Makeda, yes, Queen Makeda. Yeah, man, whoever is watching out there and don't hear the name, Mona, everyone playing a role. Whether you're watching, Magpie, Jody, enough respect, enough love. Everyone, man, just love and respect, man, and we're looking forward to next week. We should put a post up as to who will be.
Let's spread love.
Yes, I give thanks.
Wrap up. Blessed.
Okay, this one is called Young Slickster. This is like, my fun piece.
Why you muted me? I want to hear it.
My fun piece. He was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know how to tame his elixir. He walks over to the soul sister and croons in a voice dipped in honey as he pulls out a wad full of money to pay for his $3 Heineken. He says, "Girl, I like the poetry you be making. You the real thing, ain't no faking. I must commend your mother for bringing forth one so fine looking, and your grandmother for her sheen to your beautiful black skin. Girl, even the dreads on top of your head got my body locking." But he was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know the meaning of elixir. He continues on to the soul sister, voice now strong and sure, moving in for the kill, I'm sure. He says, "Emily's at 115th and 5th. Meet me at the front door. 15 minutes, no more. Then we can exchange words of poetry galore. That's if you're not with someone. No, are you sure?" Then out of his mouth more honey-sweetened lines poured. But he was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know the meaning of elixir. He continues on to the soul sister. He says, "Girl, I want to hold you. Girl, I want to kiss you. Girl, I want to know ya. But give me a moment, I'll be right back with ya." Then he walks over to the waitress and says, "Yo, tell that live black honey I'll be back in 5. But he didn't know that the soul sister knew his type. She wasn't with the hype. All the time she's thinking, "I want a love I can feel. That's the only kind of love I know is real." But he was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture, a boy, not a mister, who didn't know the recipe for his elixir. He continues on to the soul sister. He says, "Give me your name and your number. I want to be your lover. Give me your name and your number. And and can I come over? He says, "You're black, you're pretty, you're groovy, you move me." But he was a young slickster, a poetry groupie fixture. A boy, not a mister. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm a mister. Good song, good.
Thank you, thank you. So what I'm leaving with thank you.
Master.
Thank you. Thank you. What I'm leaving with the entire world right now is just to remember love in all things. Remember love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And remember, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Ah, what a beautiful saying. Love it. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. What a great day. May I try to get the computer thing back and up so we can square. But what a beautiful day. I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties that's beyond our control. But as we grow and learn about the whole technology, we're gonna get
Yes.
better. We can only get better.
True.
In my opinion, the poetry today was really top notch. Unfortunately, some of it was, disjointed.
Yeah.
But we're hoping as we get better, we can invite again some of the artists, some of the poets who didn't get a chance to really be heard as well as we could be. But I say great job to everyone. LCP, we're doing a marvelous job. Let's keep this going. Peace.
True.
Put love in the
Sit
meditation. Put love in the meditation. Love is medication. Quotation again. Yeah.
up,
Um, and
up top.
see, like, tell me what you see when you look in the mirror. In fact, don't tell me, you know, tell yourself what you see. And if you don't like what you're saying, then try and make the change and be, the change that you would like to see. Pure heart, hardcore, but yes, keep the heart pure. See, perfect love.
Perfect love, my little brother.
Highly, highly give thanks.
Blessings, life circle poets.
Yeah.
Perfect love. Perfect love.
Perfect love. Give
Give
thanks.
thanks.
Praises.
Before we go, Native is asking if he can just add one thing.
Sure.
We're still on.
Yeah. The greatest thing about writing, is to rewrite. Every time you write up, you can write to make it get better. And you can write and make it get better. Just rewrite. Love, peace, and minutes.
Give thanks. Blessed.
Give thanks.
Greater joy for you.
Blessed love.
Blessed. And again, we couldn't have parting words from Choice, but I feel like Choice is a really great poet, and his words, really had a lot of weight. And look forward to hearing more and seeing more of his work.
True.
Definitely. We should be able to post some stuff on LCP Facebook page. So for anyone out there who's interested, in any one of these poets, you can just tune into Life Circle Poets Facebook page and communicate from there. Should be able to connect with everyone who participates on this program from there.
Ashe.
Give that.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for your time and energy, everyone. LCP, let's do this again. Let's get better.
Right forward at you, my sister.
All right, peace.
Namaste.
Blessed love.